League of Legends has never been more popular. With 27 million active daily players this time last year, a figure that has no doubt since grown, Riot's single product is debatably the most successful video game of this decade. Alongside the rise of League has been the growth of esports. Competitive multiplayer games played and broadcasted to audiences in the hundreds of thousands. It's a trend that some might have predicted, but is nonetheless impressive and exciting. It's undeniable that Riot leads the pack of their contemporaries in carving out the space for esports to succeed. They bear not only the ethical responsibility, but more importantly the practical responsibility paired with financial incentives for the success of video games as a legitimate spectator product. And in most respects, they succeed. LCS production is slick and professional, Riot pays out salaries so the players who don't play huge stream numbers can still make a living wage, and their in-house productions paint an authentic and beautiful backdrop of where esports has been, and where they seem to be going. But one narrative that's popped up recently stands apart from the others. Robert Morris University has started offering scholarships for League of Legends players. Wow, look at esports. Look at all this esports. Look at all this fucking esports. So, what's the problem? This is a good thing, right? I mean, a college has recognized the legitimacy of esports and is now offering cash incentives for people to come play League for them. People are going to go to college for half off because they're sick fucking nasty Katarina, oh god! Before we go any further, you need to know what kind of institution Robert Morris University is. They're a small private college in Chicago with below average academics that caters to student athletes. They charge more than $40,000 in tuition per year. Even RMU students that have their tuition slashed in half by a scholarship are undeniably overpaying for a subpar education. The truth of the matter is that RMU does not offer scholarships because they want to build a League of Legends program. They offer them because they are a recruiting tool for the university to attract fans of League of Legends and esports to attend a school that they otherwise would have avoided. Colleges practicing scummy recruitment tactics isn't anything new. So why bother to make a video in the first place? The problem lies in the coverage of Robert Morris University by Riot and others as if they are offering a legitimate program for burgeoning League of Legends pros. A few months ago, there was a post on Reddit by a former RMU student in the League program that outlined his grievances with the university. Though he doesn't say how many players are in the program, he seems to imply that aside from 10 or so students, the majority of RMU's League squad is bloated with bronze, silver, and gold players. What? If the definition of a scholarship is handed out on the basis of achievement, can you really call a program that recruits below average players a scholarship? Do you really expect us to believe that the bronze through plat players you've recruited are somehow valuable to your League program? While some might write off this guy's Reddit post as a frustrated ex-student's rant, there have been other posts like it that corroborate some of the details, which I'll include in the description below. This anonymous RMU student's experience of dealing with a bad school and ending up saddled with student loan debt is precisely the type of bullshit that esports has no need of. But Vogue, you say? It's important to develop collegiate esports so that the industry can become more professional. And to that I answer, yes, it is, which is why organizations like Ivy Law, CSL, and TESPA deserve massive props for actually having made progress in this regard. But when schools see esports not as something they put their own money into, but rather a channel to recruit and siphon cash from their students, we have a serious problem. Frankly speaking, esports just isn't at the level where colleges are ready to invest for seriously funded programs. Nearly all independent esports productions run cash negative, and the ones that do make it by have to do it on the backs of the companies whose games they're broadcasting. Maybe someday there'll be funding for esports outside of marketing budgets and crowdsourcing, but that day has not yet come. So this entire issue is something I'd be happy to ignore and leave to Reddit posts if it wasn't for the recent attention that Riot has given RMU on their official YouTube channel. Riot is a company filled with insanely smart people that no doubt are completely aware of the issues I've outlined, so why would they associate with this bottom tier school? At some point last year, Riot started referring to League of Legends through official channels as a sport. I'm pretty sure this was the result of some meeting where marketing dudes were all, we need to brand as a sport because of, honestly, I have no fucking clue why they did it, but one thing is clear. Riot wants to push League to be more than it is right now. A university, even one as terrible as Robert Morris, offers Riot the chance to drive the narrative they want on how playing League is more than just playing a game. It's a skill you can hone, one that'll be with you for the rest of your life. It's a productive activity, one that's respected by academia and that you can watch on TV. And you know what? Maybe it is. Maybe someday we'll see League played on TV, and maybe someday schools will actually recruit League teams because they bring value outside of their players' tuition. But that day is not today, and Robert Morris and the schools that will no doubt begin to emulate their successful money-raising tactic do not deserve the legitimacy that Riot's platforms have to offer. You don't need a bunch of idiot coaches or a special computer lab plastered with logos to drive up the popularity of esports. All you need is a club, friends that are down to band together and work towards a goal. For all the work that's been done paving the way for mainstream acceptance of video games as spectator-friendly and a competitive outlet, we have no need to squander to pretend that schools like Robert Morris want League of Legends players for any reason other than their wallets.